Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Alucard, and today we're going to be talking about the SuperStrike Pro X2 and the best settings for it, whether you're playing Fortnite or Valorant. So let's go ahead and get into it. So right out the bat, you want to make sure that you plug your mouse in, and usually what will happen is your mouse will disconnect for a second while it's plugged in, because usually it has to update. But if you haven't done that already, make sure you go ahead and do that. First things first, you want to come into Logitech Hub and you want to set your DPI. You want to make sure you turn all these other DPIs off because you only need one. Go ahead and turn advanced settings on. And while you're at it, if your hertz are on anything other than 1,000, go ahead and change it to 1,000 because it's scientifically proven that keeping your mouse hertz at 1,000 keeps your frame rates from dropping pretty much and your FPS from dropping. So make sure you go ahead and do that. Most pros play on 1,000 besides from other pros, but most of the pros have beast PCs, so it doesn't really matter for them. So let's go ahead and go on to the next settings, which is the actuation point, rapid trigger, and the haptic feedback. So I've seen a lot of these, and this is what I personally find to be the best, without me double clicking. Because I did have everything at one point, and I found that it was literally impossible to play with because I would like click my knives away when I was playing Valorant, or just double click or give my position away when I was playing FPS games. So for my actuation point on my left click, I have it at 1. I find that it's pretty good at 1. If you set the rapid trigger to 2 on the left click, it balances out pretty well. But if you set it to 1, then it's a little bit harder to control and you find yourself like misclicking a lot. And then for the haptic feedbacks, I found that 2 is the sweet spot. If you go any lower, it just doesn't feel right and you're like barely moving your finger on the mouse. You're like, I don't know how to explain it, but you're like barely pressing down and I swear your finger's not even moving. So just go ahead and set it to 2. And then for the opposite one, for the right click, you want to make sure that this one is always higher than your left click because on the right click, you just ADS. So on the right click, go ahead and set the actuation to 2. So make sure you have the actuation set to 2 on the right click. And then for the rapid trigger, go ahead and set it for 2 as well. And then haptic feedbacks 2 as well. That way you're actually getting the simulation of a mouse click from the magnetic sensors and you're not just feeling nothing. Because again, if you had this set to all the way to the lowest or you turn it off, you're not going to feel anything. You're not going to be able to really click and you cannot tell when the switch activates or the magnets activate against the sensor. So go ahead and turn this on. So after you do all that and you got all your configurations ready, you do all that, make sure you have it set to desktop default. And you're gonna come back, you're gonna go back here, you're gonna turn on onboard memory. Okay. Now this one's a little bit confusing because I had to do this a couple times to fully understand it because they did update the software. So when you click onboard memory, make sure you click on the mouse, okay? And you're gonna be confused because it'll come here and it'll say slot 1 default. And it won't save right away. What you have to do is you have to click on these 3 little dots right here and you have to hit import G-Hub profile. So you click that and then you click right here and your profiles will be under here. So hit desktop and then select. And just like that, you close out of the Logitech software and you don't have to have it running in the background now when you have it open. All right, guys, but that was all for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy this. I've seen a lot of other pros like fine tune their settings, but this is just what I found personally to be the best. Um, I will say Borzy, I'm pretty sure you use these settings as well. I've seen some other pros use these settings. I've also seen a lot of videos or little clips on Twitter of this mouse breaking, like someone breaks the side buttons or something's wrong with the sensor. But honestly, I think those are just haters and people that purposely broke their mouse. Like I saw clips of Yamzo and his mouse, his whole entire like left click came out, and I don't even know how that happens because you have to be pretty rough with the mouse in order for that to happen. Like this mouse is known for having like a little bit of side wobble, but it's honestly not that bad. If you're using it like a normal person, you shouldn't really have that much of a problem with it. So yeah, so all those clips of the SuperStrike not working, it's just a whole bunch of haters basically trying to spread like bad propaganda against this mouse, and this mouse has held up really, really well for me. I've had it for like almost 2 weeks now. So yeah, I've been putting a lot of time on it and I've enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll catch you guys in the next one.